welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachael
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachael and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm pitting out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that?
Hey!
Okay, can we talk about animals for a second?
Yeah.
How much joy do you get when you shoot a farm and there's like a big fat pig or goats or cows? Does that just make your day like it makes my day?
Oh, I love fat animals so much. Hold on, ready? Hold on. I literally, I haven't posted it yet because I'm just the worst. But I have a picture from the other day that I've got to pull up right now. Where is it? Oh, she emailed me it. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry. I got to do the post. This monster cat was like this big, and I'm like, can you see my hands? I'm holding this huge fat cat that's like all fur and stuff. Oh my God. I love fat animals. Yeah, fat pigs. Yeah. Why are fat animals so cute?
I don't know, but this pig was adorable, and it was a girl. Her name was Lucy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, the pig is so cute." And he goes, "Don't go in that cage. She can't be trusted." I was like, "Okay, noted."
On that note, my dog's name is Lucy, and also not to be trusted.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
But not fat. But not
yeah.
fat. Very, very, very thin and little for a German Shepherd Husky mix, actually.
And she was so interested in what I was doing. She's like
I love
following me around, and just their little nose. They're just the weirdest critters.
So, but wait, I just want to know more about. So you're at this farm, and the farmer, is it like a farmer or homeowner?
No,
that's
it's
like,
the homeowners there, and he's like taking me out. Well, the agent was showing me where to take pictures. She's like, "Okay, I don't want a picture of the pig or the pig pen, but we want a picture of the goats and the chickens." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm outside the pen, like shooting it. I don't go in. I would go in, but yeah. Anyway, so and then I went over and told the homeowner, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that pig is adorable." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's Lucy. She is not to be trusted."
Oh my God. I love that I love that you know the pig's name even. I'd like to think that it wasn't just on the stall somewhere, but that you actually converse so much about the pig that you know its name, probably how old it was, if it's going to have a litter, and if you could adopt one of the pigs.
No pigs. No, absolutely no pigs. Do you know? Okay, I heard this, and I would love to hear if you have heard the same thing. So, you know, like there was a craze about pigs, and people were having these like miniature pigs. There is no such thing as a miniature pig. They starve them to keep them small. Like
That's why it's a pot belly, because it's like starved and just what?
That's what I heard.
Potbelly pig. I thought it was a smaller breed.
Oh, I thought there was too. And he was like, "No, they just don't feed them enough. So they're little." I'm like,
That's horrible.
that seems weird. Well, they eat a lot. I mean,
it seems not nice to not.
it seems a little inhumane, right?
You're basically dwarves.
I mean, you're basically kill them for meat anyway. Is that humane? You're raising them and feeding them to eat them. What's worse, raising them to eat them or starving them as a pet?
Where do you draw the line?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
they probably don't know any different if they're never fed. They probably just think that's how much food they get every day. Like, imagine if you only got one meal a day.
I think I would know that. Well, yeah, you'd be hungry because it's stunting your growth. There's no way you're not just hungry all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
No.
Anyways,
Listen, I draw the line. I draw the line at not being nice to them for long periods of time. Like, not a fan of, what is the cow thing? That's terrible. Baby cow.
Oh, Venice?
Veal.
Veal. What's Venice?
Venice is from a deer. Venice?
Oh, yeah.
Venison.
Venison, yeah.
Venice is a place.
Veal.
Venice is a place.
It's a location.
That you would like to go to someday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. No.
That's funny. Okay.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
it.
gross. I shot another farm. Yesterday was 2 farms. It was pretty cool. This one was like 15 acres and they had cows. And I was saying, "Oh, cool. Yeah, you guys have cows." I can hear them over there. They were so loud. They're like, "Yeah, we had 2 goats, but we took them to the butcher." And I was like, "You took the goats to the butcher?" And they were like, "Yep." I'm like, "Oh, because it is the meat. It's like ew. I was like, dude, I could never do that. I just can't handle that. If I owned an animal, I could not, I don't think I could butcher it and eat it. I can't do it. It's too much for me.
Yeah, it would definitely be weird once you hang around them a bunch.
Yeah. So did the lady listen to this story? So the
I could.
lady goes, yeah, so we butchered our first cow and it had a name. I can't remember the name. We're just going to call it Cecile. She had this cow, Cecile, and they took her out and got her butchered, right? And then the kids, they had like a 10-year-old and a 12-year-old. The mom was like, okay, we're going to go pick up Cecile. And the kids were like, oh, okay, where is she? So they go to the butcher and pick up the meat. And on the ride home, they explained to the kids that this is Cecile and we're going to eat her for dinner. It was their first cow. They had named it and had it for like a couple years, pretty much like a pet. Yeah, the kids had no idea they were going to butcher it. I'm like, wow. Oh, and she was like,
wow.
I was like, how did the kids react? She goes, my daughter was like, oh, cool. I'm like, seriously? My daughter would kick my ass. Like, seriously.
And my wife is upstairs watching the new series about Jeffrey Dahmer, and I'm thinking this is where these kinds of people come from. Right? Oh, sweet. No problem with that.
Yeah.
I love that cow. Oh, dinner? Even better.
I know. I'm like, oh, yeah. Crazy, right?
But now people are like all offended. People be so offended. Really, Neal? A lot of farmers eat their animals, and now you're calling them all Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay, don't put your panties in a bunch, okay?
I know. Relax, everybody. All right. Okay. And my cat just came in here. Oh, I've got a story about animals when I was a kid.
Okay, let's hear it.
I went to a private school, and half the kids lived on farms, so we spent our days like, trying to run across the paddock before the goats and rams could buck us and whatever, and that was what was fun.
That explains a lot, Neal.
Beat the bull across. Go, Neal, go. That, and like we used to in winter have a couple times we had. Have you ever heard of a cow pie fight?
No, but I can imagine. Gross. Really?
The cow pie. Yeah, they're like this big.
They're huge.
They would freeze into like a giant hard frisbee, and we would just chuck them at each other.
Oh my gosh.
Like frisbees of cow crap. And then buddy, I remember my buddy had this sheep that was like his best friend. His name was Ram. It was a ram sheep. Yeah, right. And we had pictures when he was a kid, like riding him. It was like but anyway, I don't know what happened, but he was old. And I guess he died, but we had a plan to have a sleepover. Okay. And I didn't know that Rammy had died. So we had originally planned like, oh, let's go and we'll hang out with Ram and I'll take a picture. I had a camera, right? Even back in the day, I planned to bring my camera to take a picture with Rammy. So that whole day at school, I'm talking about what we're going to do with Rammy and we're going to take pictures. And he kept getting really pissy with me and stuff. And I'm like, what is the problem? Why are you being? And we finally got there and he got all pissed. He was like crying and pushing me and wanted to beat me up at the house. And I'm like, let's go get a picture with Rammy. He's like, that's it, dude. It's not funny. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, Rammy's dead. And
oh gosh.
Oh my God. I didn't know, dude. The whole day I'm like taunting him about his poor ram that died. Yeah.
That sucks.
So yeah. Man. And I think they made stuffed animals out of his hide.
Oh. For real? Fuck is wrong with you, man?
I still have like their family used to make these awesome stuffed animals out of like I have a seal, like a brown seal out of like sheep hide and fur, which is pretty cool. But yeah, interesting. I mean, at least I guess I think he died of natural causes. So then at least make use of whatever.
At least he wasn't butchered.
I mean that, or maybe Dad got sick of him. I don't know.
Who knows?
And this has been Stories from the Farm.
Yes. Okay. That concludes Stories from the Farm. For the record, I do eat meat, but I don't like the thought of killing an animal to eat it. It grosses me out.
No, I mean, I think everybody feels a little weird about that, but yet we just go eat it all day anyway.
Tastes damn good. I can't help it.
So good. I'm not going to think about it too hard.
Yeah. Oh, my husband got python from this market. I don't know. He bought python and he barbecued or put it on the Traeger. And he was like, I'm like, I can't eat that. That's the devil's meat. I'm like, I can't do it.
The devil's meat.
It's the serpent. It's like the snake. I couldn't eat it. I'm like, That's not why, but it just grossed me out. Like, I do not like snakes at all. Like, gross. They freak me out. I mean, if they're like
For me,
pet,
for me,
it's fine, but like, ugh, when I see them,
Yeah.
I like jump whenever I see snakes.
ooh,
I don't like
ooh, 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 call
Yes,
back.
Neal.
Uh,
No, I had stopped talking. You could have just talked.
for me, I feel like I'd be more open to eating the snake than a sheep.
Really?
Yeah, because I don't like those snakes, and they go around trying to kill stuff. Then I don't feel as bad.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Like
Yeah.
I don't feel bad about squashing a mosquito. He's trying to bite me.
That's true.
But I am a weirdo when it comes to like regular spiders and flies. I try to catch them. Well, maybe not flies, but
You let them go?
spiders. I try to catch them and I let them outside. My wife thinks it's ridiculous, but I'm like, he ain't doing anything to you. Plus, he catches mosquitoes and flies.
Okay.
He's a pal. He's a buddy.
Okay. When we moved into this house, there were massive spiders in this house. Like, I'm not kidding. The size of like thick,
No.
dark, black. I was like, oh my God, like huge, crazy.
Nope.
Crazy.
Were they,
And so
were they black widows?
No.
You guys have black widow. You don't have those there?
I
They
don't
have them in
think so.
California a
They have them in
lot.
California. My ex-husband got bit by one of those on his shoulder.
Really?
Yeah, and it got all black and blue and swollen. It was bad.
Ooh, those things are creepy
Nasty.
looking.
Yeah, and then he had a big scar from it, so he got a tattoo of a black widow over it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Good story.
I
Good
know,
story.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
no,
But
we
I'll
didn't have black widows.
still pass on getting bit by one though.
Yeah, no thanks, I'm good. But no, I went around and sprayed. I like vacuumed everything, and then I sprayed around for, that bug spray outside that you do around your house.
Giant spiders.
It's huge.
Oh yeah,
So
giant
many.
spiders creep me out. I'm not talking about giant spiders. I'm talking about little things that I put in
Oh.
I take a piece of paper and a cup. I put the cup over it on the wall, and then I slide the
Oh,
piece
you're
of
way too
paper and
nice.
take them outside.
Seriously?
Yeah, mosquitoes dead though. You gonna try to bite me? No,
Yeah, and they make you itch.
that's not happening. No, but yeah.
Okay. Great stories.
What are we talking about? Have a great night.
Fucking know. If you hated it, just keep it to yourself. We would love reviews though. So 5-star reviews for entertaining you while you drive.
That's right.
Please.
If this hasn't entertained you, then something broke in that head of yours. Come on now.
Better.
Keep listening. There's at least one more thing that'll make you chuckle or you think is valuable. Then give us the old 5-star. No, we would seriously appreciate it though. Seriously.
Totes. Okay. Gotta go.
My goats. Have a good night.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.